guys, welcome back. So in today's video I do an in-depth chit chat get ready with me where I complete this really nice simple sunset eye look, and if you're interested in learning about my piercings and learning about like pain and aftercare and price ranges for all of these piercings, then keep on watching. So I'm kind of wearing this bralette. I don't know if it like looks weird or not, but I'm sorry about that. So I went ahead and primed my eyelids off camera. I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I just recently picked this up at Ulta. I got the mini one because I don't know if I'll like it, but if you guys haven't watched my previous videos, I'm always talking about how I need an eyeshadow primer, so I thought I'd try out that one. So today I'm going to be talking about all of my piercings while also doing my makeup. So I'm going to be doing a sunset like warm look. So I'm going to use a combination of palettes today. I'm going to use my Maddie Zieglar palette, which I used in one of my videos, the Kylie like sweet palette, I think that's what it's called, and then the James Charles palette. So basically I'm kind of just gonna be doing my makeup, not really talking about it all the way, and then I'm gonna leave all my products down in the description box, and then I will be talking pretty much the entire time. So I'm just setting my primer. This is my first time using an actual eyeshadow primer. I also washed my makeup brushes finally, so that feels good to finally have clean brushes. And also I moved my setup. Well, my window is still broken, but I don't know if you guys like this one better or not, but I moved it and I think I like it better. So okay, so I guess we can go ahead and kind of start with the beginning of my piercings. So my first piercings I got when I was in like elementary school, so a long time ago, and I believe I got them done at Claire's, and I don't really remember getting them done, so I would probably rate that pain like a 2 out of 10 because I don't remember it, but I don't think it hurt that bad. So my second, so these right here I got also done at Claire's, and I don't again remember when. I want to say I was in middle school maybe, or like 6th grade maybe, but again don't really remember the pain of that. And my seconds actually got really badly infected, and it was like just a really bad experience for me, and I just remember it being like really painful, so I decided I would never go back to Claire's, and I have stuck by that. Actually, I've never got any more piercings done at Claire's. That's not like me hating on them, but it's just I had a bad experience, so I just never went back. And I don't really know like their price point either because my mom always paid for it, but I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I think they're overpriced, but whatever. So they actually ended up healing, obviously they're fine now. I think because also I would clean it with the cleaning solution they gave you, and I'm not really for sure if that's like the best thing to use. Like I kind of learned over the years as I get more and more piercings like what's the best to clean and stuff, and not really for sure if that is. So okay, so I kind of used from the Maddie Zieglar palette, I used the shade Kenny, which is like a burnt orange shade, and then I went in with my James Charles palette and kind of did a mix of all of these oranges kind of along here, all of these right here, and that's kind of how I achieved that. So now I'm gonna go in with this Kylie palette and kind of warm it up a little bit using the shade Cocoa, which is just this classic like brown, and kind of just blend this in the outer parts. So kind of going back to my story, so my third piercings, I again don't remember how old I was. I want to say maybe like 8th grade maybe. And I'm kind of trying to like see, I don't remember how spaced out I got them, like I'm not really 100% for sure Also, like, kind of just to clarify, my mom was kind of always like okay with piercings. Obviously I kind of had to wait until I could make the decision, like until I was like, okay, this is what I want, and I know that this is what I want, if that makes sense. So like I kind of had to make a decision basically. So like she was okay with it, and she usually never said like no to like getting any piercings. So for my thirds, I went to this place called like Piercing Pagoda, which is like a little stand. If you don't know, it's like a little stand in the mall, and it's actually gone from my mall now, but it used to be there. And I went there, got my thirds done, and it wasn't really painful at all, and also it was kind of just easy peasy, like healing wise. I didn't have a problem with it. And again, don't know the prices because I didn't really start paying attention to like piercing prices until like my my tragus maybe, but that's a whole different story. So pretty much all of my first, second, and thirds were good. I mean, my seconds did get infected, but that was probably my part because I wasn't that good at cleaning. But also they gave me these really like flat back earrings, and they were super painful, like yeah, just like really bad. But so far the first, second, and thirds have done good, and I really liked the Piercing Pagoda place because they're really fast and like easy. So that's pretty much all that I have to say about those three. They were super basic. I wouldn't rate them like high pain because I don't remember it, so I don't think it was that painful. Okay, so my next piercing I got was my tragus, which is right there. And I got that done at a place in the mall. It's like a tattoo place. Again, I really don't remember my age because I didn't really take like pictures, like, so I don't have like an exact date of when I got it done. I'm just cutting my crease basically using this Tarte Shape Tape. But I got my tragus done, and I thought it was like the best piercing because literally it healed so fast. Like, it didn't hurt when the guy like did it. It wasn't really loud like crunch because like it's your bone right there, so like it was like loud in my ear, but like as far as pain wise, it did not really hurt at all. And then also it was super like fast healing. Like, it did not take very long for it to completely heal. And I actually have the same like ring in that they did because I can't actually get it out. So yeah, pretty much that's all that there is to that story. I would rate the pain for the tragus like a 4 out of 10. It didn't really start hurting. I think I remember this like very clearly. I don't remember it like hurting until like an hour after it got done. It was kind of painful, but it only took like a week, I think, to stop hurting like officially. And then like I never touched it. I think that's why it like healed so quickly. Like, I just never messed with it, and because it's kind of in like an odd place. It's kind of out of the way, so it's like you're least likely to like hit it and get it like stuck on things. So that piercing I think is like the best for someone who might be like clumsy or like worried about like hitting it or whatever, because I never had a problem with it. So and I'm trying to remember the price for that one. I want to say $30 maybe at the place that I went to, but again I can't really remember, but that one was pretty easy. And it's been like one of my favorite piercings, and I know they said that it can like help with headaches, and I've actually had people ask me if it does that. I never see it helping with a headache, so I don't really know. That's just me personally. Okay, so I went ahead and cut my crease, and then I also just did a thick like wing using my Essence Super Precise eyeliner. And now I've already primed my face. Again, I'll leave all the products in the description box, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Maybelline Superstay foundation on my Wet n Wild sponge. So moving on, my next piercing was my industrial. I got that on my right side. This piercing, I kind of went on a whim. Like, I remember that, like, I wasn't planning on getting it. I think I was just gonna get like a plain cartilage. Also, yeah, this foundation is still too light for me, but I can make it work. So anyway, I randomly was like, my mom told me I could get one piercing, and I kind of thought about it, and I chose my industrial. And believe it or not, I actually had like no idea what to expect. Like, I didn't watch videos. I didn't like know anybody else that had an industrial. So I got that done, I think freshman year. I could be wrong. Could be sophomore, but I think it was freshman year. And I went to the same place that I got my tragus done. And oh my gosh, I literally look like a ghost. But anyway, went to the same place that I got my tragus done, and I was super nervous, I remember. And then this was $50 because you're getting 2 holes. She did it hurt really bad the second time. The first time that she went through, because she went through the top, it didn't hurt at all, and then like the adrenaline kind of went away, and this one hurt really bad. So my ear swelled a bunch, which is to be expected. Also, I'm gonna go with this Kylie Jenner concealer in the shade Shell. I just picked this up the other day, so I'm excited to see if I like it. But anyway, I got it done, and it hurt really bad, and it I remember it swelled a lot, which again is normal. It was super annoying because I would constantly hit it on things like my clothes, like a towel if I was like getting out of the shower. What else? I just remember it to be super painful, and I would, you know, if anyone's like wanting to get an industrial, I always tell them like it takes a whole year to heal. Mine literally took like a year. This is like my first like entire year where it doesn't hurt at all. Like, I'm able to do whatever. So if you are looking to get an industrial, just make sure that you know it's going to be a long process. I remember it would hurt if I slept on it wrong, even if it was like months after I got it done. I remember if I jumped into the pool, it would hurt really bad, like, because my bar also, she gave me a really long bar and for the swelling, and then I never got it changed, so it stuck out a lot. So I ended up ordering this one from Body Candy, and it's a super cute one. It has like rhinestones on it and stuff, and I thought it just kind of matched better personally. But I just remember it was a very painful piercing. So if you're in the like looking to get one, just know that it's very painful. It takes a long time. Also, you're almost guaranteed with this type of piercing to get a keloid, which is like the bumps that happen on piercings when they're like infected. But it's just your body's way of like trying to keep it from getting worse, basically. So I actually got keloids. And I thought, I was like so scared because I thought I was infected. I was like freaking out. And to heal those, I kind of would just put baking soda and water, because I didn't have tea tree oil at the time, but I would recommend just using tea tree oil if you have it. But at the time I did not have it, and I used baking soda and water. That helped, and like you form it into a paste. And then also I used peroxide, which you should never use on your piercings unless they're infected, so don't try to use it on your piercings if they're not infected. But that pretty much cleared them up. If you have a keloid, use tea tree oil, try the baking soda method, kind of look up what you need to do, and just give it time, because it takes a while, but they'll eventually go away. Like, mine have no scars or anything, like they're completely healed. So just be patient with the industrial. So if you don't have patience, I wouldn't recommend getting this piercing, because it's definitely a long process of it healing. And even if you think it's healed, you'll sleep on it wrong one night, and then you'll wake up and it'll be hurting all over again. So just make sure that you're mindful of that if you are planning on getting that. Okay, so I went ahead and put bronzer and blush on, and then I went ahead and did my eyebrows because you guys already know I used my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, which I really like, so I went ahead and did that. And then I'm gonna rate, well, my industrial, I would rate that literally a 10 out of 10, like pain wise. I thought it was very painful. I know some people that, like on YouTube, that have rated it less or thought maybe that it didn't hurt as bad, but for me personally, it was a very painful experience because of the healing process. Took a really long time, and it was just a painful piercing in general. So that's how I would rate that one. And kind of moving along, all of my other piercings are recent. They're from this year. So I got okay, we started like quarantine in like March, and my birthday was March 31st, so I didn't have anything planned for my birthday. Had pretty much like no plan. I couldn't go anywhere, couldn't see anyone. So the night before my birthday, March 30th, I decided I'm gonna give myself a piercing. Not really my best idea, but wouldn't recommend that to anyone. But I did my fourths, which I'll let you guys kind of see close up. I did these, and I used a safety pin, so not that safe. I'm also going to try this out for the first time. It's the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. But, okay. Ooh, it smells really good. The mister is super fine, but it smells really good, kind of a little bit perfumey, but not like overpowering like on my face. And the mister is super fine. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, it feels really nice. So anyway, I did it myself. I used a safety pin. It was, I would say, pain wise, the first one I did was this one, and it didn't hurt at all. But I did my second one, and the adrenaline started wearing off, and it started to hurt really bad. So to clean it, I used alcohol and peroxide. Not a good idea because it took a really long time to heal, but they're finally healed. And it's July, so it just kind of, I would not recommend doing your own, but I did. So I went ahead and applied highlighter and setting spray. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to my eyes and like do my under eyes or whatever. I'm going to use like a liner and do it on my waterline, just a black, and then I'm also going to smudge some shadow. My next piercing was my first cartilage, which is that one right there. Did that one myself too. Did that one the same night that I did these. So I did 3 piercings in one night. I remember just like wanting to like get it over with. Like, I'm one of those people that like I like rather not spend money on something that I can do myself, if that makes sense. So like, I can do it myself, so might as well. And once I did that, like once I did my cartilage took forever to heal, which is to be expected. It's because it's bone, it's not just skin, so that took forever. Did the same cleaning method or whatever. Not the best, but you know, it healed. So and then yeah, that was pretty much what I did all in one night. So I did all of those on March 30th. Okay, so I'm going to be trying out a new mascara. This is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost, and it's waterproof, so I'm excited for this. I just went ahead and curled my lashes and then also smudged under my eye, and I just used like a black liner. So my last 2 piercings are my second cartilage and my nose. So again, I did both of them myself. While in like quarantine, everything was shut down, I kind of just got bored, so that's kind of why I did it. This one I used a corsage pen. I would recommend using that if you're gonna pierce yourself. Use a corsage pen. It went through really nice and easy. A safety pen just goes through a lot slower. So I don't really remember again when I did this. It wasn't too long ago, but I just remember it was painful, and it's still a little like sore. It's not like hurting me, but it can become sore if I like lay on it wrong. So, and then my last piercing was my nose, which I did myself. I actually was planning on actually going to a tattoo place and getting it done. So I called around, and a lot of places weren't, well, actually my whole state isn't doing noses right now because of the mask. Like, you have to wear a mask. So called around, was planning on going to get it done. They said they weren't doing it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till we go to the beach because we're planning on going to Mississippi in August, and I can get it done down there. And then one night I literally just like did it myself. I don't really know what like prompted me to do it. Like I just don't really know. I just remember I did it myself and it hurt. And I actually had like an earring in there. Well, because I thought it was a nose ring because it was my mom's, but it ended up being an earring. So it didn't really fit very well. And that's the nose ring that was in my last makeup video. So I ended up going to Claire's and just getting a new one. And ever since I got the new one in there, it has had no problems. And I really like the thin, small, you know, little hoop. So I am really like happy with the way that all my piercings turned out doing them myself, but I would not recommend doing them yourself because like it's just not safe. And like I said, I was planning on getting my nose done at like an actual, you know, professional, but they were closed and I just wanted to get it done because I knew if school starts back up, I'm gonna have to wear a mask, and I didn't want it to be really sore under my mask for school. And actually my nose was, I would say, a 5 out of 10. I don't think it really hurt that bad. And then I just kind of have been cleaning it with warm salt water, which is kind of what is recommended. And I'm trying to think what else. I've kind of just been like letting it kind of do its thing. It doesn't really hurt anymore, so I don't really have a problem with it. Yeah, I haven't really seen a big problem with like pain or anything. It definitely like was one of my more like troublesome piercings because of the original ring that I had in there, but once I got the new one, it's been fine. So okay, so that's pretty much it. I know everyone has their own opinions on piercings and ages on when you should get piercings. I personally just really like piercings. I think it's a way to express myself, and yeah, I really enjoy my piercings. And as far as like future piercings go, I'm not for sure like what I will end up getting. If I will get any at all, I don't know. My ear is pretty much full, so I mean, I can get a few more maybe, but I don't know what the future holds basically. But that's pretty much it for all my piercings. Okay guys, here is the finished product. I really like the way it turned out. Again, all the products will be listed down below if you want any like further details. It was simple and easy to do. And that's pretty much it for my piercings. If you have any questions, or if I didn't mention anything that you wanted to know, make sure to comment it down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys.